Nahki, welcome back to Queen's Park Rangers. How does it feel to be back?
Yeah, it's great. It's good to be back. Extremely excited. It's good to see a lot of old faces and excited to come back and get my head back down and play some football.
When you joined us 12 months ago, we'd played 4 and lost 4, so I'd imagine it was slightly easier this time.
Yeah, it was definitely. I think everyone knows how much the club means to me, and once the opportunity arose, it was always going to be me coming back if I had the opportunity to do so.
Was that always in your mind if the opportunity wasn't there at Burnley, obviously in the Premier League, and you were going to be looking at a loan out to a Championship club, that QPR was at the top of your list?
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I went back with the full intentions of trying to get back into the first team. Obviously, that hasn't really transpired, so I just had to accept that and get my head down. And once the opportunity came here, I didn't have to second guess. I knew it was somewhere that, if the opportunity arose, that I would have returned immediately. And so, just thankful that the opportunity has presented itself. And I feel like I have unfinished business. I still feel like I have a lot to offer, and I want to get my head down and focus and do well again.
How would you assess your time at QPR last season?
It was a bit of two halves of a season, really. A really, exciting first half of the season from a personal perspective, but also from a team perspective, to a bit of a disappointing second half for myself, but not only for myself, other players and the team as well. So, I know the club, the fans have only seen, spurts of what I'm capable of. They didn't see it enough, and now I have the opportunity to right those wrongs and come back and, score more regularly and try and do as well as I can to help the club propel up the league, which is everyone's intentions, of course.
You had a great relationship with the QPR fans. I think you're the only player I know who had a last-minute penalty saved and had all the fans singing your name at the final whistle. How much did that relationship mean to you in this decision?
It did. I mean, like I said, I've bonded quite well with most fans at the clubs that I've had the opportunity to go and play at. But QPR equally up there with the best ones yet. With the disappointments of obviously the second half of the season not going great, not scoring enough goals, and the missed penalties, it always leaves a sour taste in my mouth that, unfortunately that was kind of an end to the season. But, I don't think that determined me as a player. I think they understand that. And players do miss penalties, of course. It was just at an unfortunate time. And, it just didn't go my way. I've been fortunate enough to score my last penalty for my country. So, I wrote that wrong. But, these things happen in football. They know that the best players in the world have missed them. But the fans have given me nothing but comfort and love to myself and my family, and I just want to do everything I can to repay them and get my head down and do well again.
The same club, but a new manager to impress.
Yeah, exactly like you said, it's the same club, everything's the same, similar players, but a new manager, with a different philosophy, different approach to everything, but one that I'm relishing and excited to be involved in. You
mentioned that philosophy of Mark Warburton. Do you feel it's a philosophy that will really bring out the best in you?
Yeah, I have no doubts. He wants to play, football, in a very exciting way. I think it's going to get the best out of the players that we have. I think the youth and the younger players are getting opportunities to show what they're capable of, which I'm quite sure the fans and everyone involved with the club are happy with. And with that being said, I think it gives me a better opportunity to do what I'm very good at, which is getting on the end of chances created, scoring goals. And if I'm in a side that's playing very good, attractive, attacking football, then I feel I can really thrive. And I've proven that in my time at Huddersfield and previous to that. And
it's Huddersfield on Saturday. Are you fit and available for selection against a club that knows you so well? You scored 47 goals for them, so they know you very well too. Yeah, of course. I mean, it's no hiding from the fact that Huddersfield held a big place in my heart. I spent a large part of my career there. Had some ups and downs, but majority ups. And excited to go. I'm fully fit, no problems. I feel as good as I could be.
would have liked to, of course, have more minutes throughout pre-season, of course, but have come back from the Gold Cup, no problems, and ready to go. So if called upon, if the opportunity presents itself to be available in the squad, I'll be right up for it to play against my old club.